drum. Now to understand the drum, to get to the root of the drum, we must dissect it. Drums used by man before 6000 BC. Drums used in ancient times by tribes. The record shows Neanderthal men, troglodytes, cavemen. But even this can be traced back to the first land, the original land, the motherland, Africa. Before pre-Columbian Aztecs, before the Mayans talked to ancient astronauts, before Native Americans roamed the earth, we had the drum. We had African tribes playing the drum. Using the drum to speak to God, using the drums to communicate, using the drums to conduct war, using the drums to conduct peace. We had the drum, and the drums speak to you. Zulu, Wasa, Yoruba, Swana, Zimba, Tutsi, Rungu, Lamba, Mada, Mende, Zambo, Bana, Shamba, Bamana, Liko, Lembe, San, Masai, Cuba, Africa, Africa. The drums speak to you. Now let's talk about the power of the drum, a spiritual thing. From modern jazz drummers to shaman using drums to heal the sick, to ancient rituals of Santeria, to the drum circles on the streets of Spanish Harlem. The drum speaks to you. The drum speaks to you. From 4x4 house music on the streets of Chicago to the inner city of Detroit, the drum speaks to you. From the early days of hip-hop in the streets of Brooklyn, the drum speaks to you. The drum speaks to you. Manipulating time and space, the drum speaks to you. From the islands of Cuba, Santo Domingo, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, the drum speaks to you. And the drum says, Africa, Africa. The drum speaks to you. Zulu, Wasa, Yoruba, Swana, Zimba, Tutsi, Rungu, Lamba, Mada, Mende, Zambo, Bana, Shamba, Bamana, Liko, Lembe, San, Masai, Cuba, Africa, Africa. The drum speaks to you.
Up everybody, welcome back to the show. This is Dana. Welcome back to Chart Striker, everyone. Thank you, Ralph. Thank you, Sinner, everybody, for the warm welcome. And now let's get into it. Excuse me for having this chart on because I was looking at something. But, friends, guess what? This chart went above my expectations. I was not expecting something this strong, but I kept on telling you guys that I don't know why, but it didn't feel like it was completely dead yet. It didn't. I felt like I was the only one, alone in the space, just thinking that this is not over yet, because some people were talking about head and shoulders, and some were talking about, I don't know, other patterns and whatnot, everything indicating to the downside. But over and over past days, I kept on telling you guys, let's just give it a chance. Let's give it a chance because it doesn't look like it's over yet. And this is why. Now, I was expecting it, to go to these levels, best case scenario, but now it's broken above this resistance. We are at that 4-hourly resistance soon, the top of the box, okay? Keep in mind. But TA got respected, guys. Support held. That S2 4-hourly support turned out to be much stronger than many of us thought. So we never came down to that S2 daily time frame. This is why we have different support levels, at least in this channel. This is how I do it. We have different support levels to see if things get respected first before we just, make up our minds just because something breaks and decide that, okay, things are just gonna go down, right? So it's held, it's looking good. Now let's have a look at the oscillators, do something and see what's going on, right? I still do not like the fact, even though a lot of things were saying that the bulls were not completely out of the game yet, but they were showing, some type of weakness. The MACD, the histogram, are showing different things, okay? Let me tell you. So, first of all, if weekly MACD turns bearish, if we get a bearish crossover, not a good thing. I mean, remember what happened last time? Last time that happened around these levels? Just look at the chart, okay? We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. For the bulls, we do not want to see that. So, if that crosses over, it becomes bearish, and then we lose the positive momentum on the histogram because it is getting weaker. We gotta be realistic, right? It is getting weaker. If we lose this and things turn bearish, not good, okay? But if this continues to develop new strength, okay, we get some new strength, so it's a strong positive momentum, and this one just starts rolling to the upside instead, just curling to the upside instead, it would be so good for Bitcoin. Then if that can happen, I wouldn't be surprised if we see levels of 32.5 to 35k. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Last time when we were talking about when it was around 22,000 or something, you remember, guys, we were talking about 30,000, not being insane. And a lot of you, I had a poll up. Luckily, you guys too, strikers, of course. Most of you thought that it was gonna go to 30k. But before that happened, we had this bad, horrible, dump that we also managed to spot before it happened, luckily. Remember, guys? Before this happened, all the way down to 19k, I told you guys, be careful. I'm not saying the bull rally or the relief rally, whatever it is that's going on. It doesn't matter what you want to call it, okay? All we know is we are in a rally. I was not saying, you guys can just watch, the stream yourselves from 2-3 months ago. I did tell you guys, I'm not saying that this rally is over, but before the rally continues, I do expect us to have a heavy drop. The drop came. We had a nice bullish candle after the drop. We held support, and now look at this. We're holding support. We didn't even come to that level. We didn't come to this level because I told you guys, if we ever break a candle below this area, it's not good. It didn't happen. This is all positive news for the bulls. Now, let's head over to the daily, right? Where there's a lot of good news favoring the bulls. Let me take it out for you guys. RSI in bullish territories, positive momentum on the MACD. What I do not like is on the histogram and MACD, but what I do not like is there is some hint, a hint of some negative divergence on the histogram, but it's not matching up with the other oscillator, right? So we're gonna leave it there because of that. But keep in mind, there is a hint of negative divergence. What we need to do to get rid of that negative divergence, to make it become invalid, it's pretty much this. We need to get above this level, above that 30K, 30,500-ish. Any close above $30,500, it's good enough, okay? And not just a close, but an actual close with some follow-through, because we don't want those pathetic, closes, pathetic, pumps, breakouts, but then it becomes a fake out. No, we want it to continue above this level. Best scenario, get above this level and then hold this area, this red line that you guys see, around 30,741, 30,800-ish. I want to see this level being respected as support, okay? Because if that happens, guys, if old resistance flips to support, I'm telling you, this could push higher, okay? This could push higher. So, daily looking good, a lot of positive momentum, on the oscillators. Look at the 4-hourly. We are, showing some signs of overbottish, RSI, for example. And then we got this gap between the signal line and the MACD. And for those of you who do not know, let me tell you something. When there's such a gap between the signal line and the MACD, it is not the best thing. You want to see them, a bit closer to each other, right? Because this is just telling us that things went up too fast. That's what it's telling you. Things went up too fast, okay? So, if we start getting rejected at these levels, which I do not see at the 4-hourly, like I don't see any reason for that to happen on the 4-hourly. On the hourly, if we can close above this area, we're also good. But if we were to be rejected at these levels, then I want to see this area right here act as support, okay? Around 27,500. Because if we get back below that level, it's gonna be a bit sus again, and I don't want to be suspicious if this pump is a real pump or this and that. So I wanted to hold above this level so I can be a bit more confident that this rally is, one of these strong ones and not just a fake out, right? Yes, Sinner, people are calling 100K, but I think you told me the same thing a few months ago, that people were calling 100K a few months ago, and I'm still in shock because we have a long way to go until the halving, first of all, and secondly, I don't know how people can predict that. I don't know. I can't see into the future, guys. I'm sorry. I can just be realistic with you guys, because I don't know. I can't see so far into the future. But this is looking so good. This is looking so good, guys. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. Because you know what levels we need to hold, what levels we need to break above. Like, you got the general idea of how I'm thinking, how I'm looking at this, okay? And for those of you, no shade, okay, but some that we're calling this a head and shoulder. Like, I don't know how your shoulders and necks and heads are formed, because yeah, I don't know. It's just funny. All right, let's move on to Ethereum, shall we? This one is just so beautiful, because I did tell you guys that Ethereum was showing like more strength than Bitcoin compared to Bitcoin. Head and shoulder shampoo, really? It's I don't even think like they know where their head is or their shoulder is, because that was not a head and shoulder. Like one side had that head and that shoulder, but definitely not the other side. So I don't know, like people paint them up in any way they want to paint them up, and then yeah, whatever. Anyways, Ethereum, guys, weekly candle close. Let's have a look. You remember how I told you guys that if we can close above this level, a weekly candle close above this level would be so good for Ethereum? Something better happened for Ethereum, which is not only that did it close around 1,840-ish, it closed above it, okay? We broke 4-hourly resistance, right? When it comes to the histogram, guys, and the RSI, like there is not that much difference on the weekly time frame, but compared to Bitcoin, that is. But on the daily, because we can just go back to Bitcoin, hold on. On the daily, just like Bitcoin, it is in bullish, territories. RSI is in bullish territories, positive momentum on the MACD, same thing here. Thing is, when it comes to Ethereum, this started a bit earlier. Hence, this is why I said yesterday, Ethereum might be the one that leads Bitcoin this time. Because last time it was the other way around, right? This time, look at the positive momentum. It started on the 23rd of May on Ethereum, okay? Bitcoin started on 27th of May. So there is a difference. So we started seeing strength in Ethereum before Bitcoin, which is a good thing, not a bad thing, right? Because that means altcoins might have a chance as well. Everybody has been waiting for this altcoin season. I don't know when altcoin season is. What I can tell you is, like I said yesterday, some of them have been showing strength. And for those of you who are going to be joining Patreon if you are going to be joining Patreon, do it at the end of the month. Anyways, when you guys go there, you are going to be, you will see trade setups that I put out maybe 2 weeks ago or something that are being respected now. You see? So I was not busy setting up short trades while we are at support, right? I made a little short video about these things, explaining, for example, Bitcoin. This is educational, guys. People pay for this stuff. So listen carefully, okay? In that short video, I explained to you guys, I wouldn't wanna short at support. I removed that video because I didn't see a lot of engagement, like people, I guess, didn't care for it. So I was like, I should remove it from YouTube. So just because if there's a lot of engagement, a lot of likes and so on, then I know people, enjoy it, understanding it. But if not, I'd rather just, keep it for the Patreons. So I removed it from YouTube for that reason. But this is what I explained. Just because now I have, people in the community watching, those of you watching, have a look at this. Selling at this level, shorting at this level, okay? Before getting any confirmation that this is a rejection level. In other words, old support flips to new resistance, then why panic? Why panic, right? So, and some maybe, think that, oh, well, that doesn't make sense because the moment, critical levels are broken, then straight down we go. But that's not how it works. Look, because if we would have been rejected here, fine. If you see rejection, at old support levels a few times, then yeah, you get the hint. But if you see something like this, then you shorted at support. Do you guys get what I'm trying to tell you, what I'm trying to teach you? So I hope you're learning something from this. It's tricky, I know, but that's why I'm doing my best to explain to you guys. Shorting at these levels at support areas is crazy, and I often say that. Selling at resistance, smart, but selling at support, I don't know, right? Or shorting at support, whatever you like to call it. So I'm glad that I've been one of the few who have been saying that I don't think, let's give it a chance, let's give it a day, let's give it 2 days, let's give it to the weekly candle close to see if this just pushes up. Patience, and look at the chat. I do not mean this patience, hold up. I literally mean patience. Because it pays out, right? Okay, let's move on. So Ethereum is looking good. We got this, mini resistance here around these levels. I already told you guys about that one, I think a few days ago. Around 1,940-ish. Any close above that level, stay around these levels eventually. And after this, any daily candle close above $2,020, $21. Here we go. Simple. I love this daily candle close. I like the weekly even better. It's just the histogram that's making me a bit but otherwise most things look like they are favoring the bulls, if anything. Things can change fast. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but you guys get it, right? Okay, so that's Ethereum. We can glance at the 4-hourly time frame as well. Look at the volume with the candle, everything just going hand in hand. Awesome. We are overbought on the 4-hourly time frame, and we also have some type of negative divergence, guys. So we are getting close to some sort of a resistance on the 4-hourly time frame. So we'll see what happens. Now let's get in deeper and see what's going on. Okay. We need Ethereum to close above this level, the top of this box, which is around $1,920-ish for this to continue, because a close below that level could mean, by the looks of everything looking overbought on the shorter time frames, could mean we could see some, correction, right? So that's Ethereum. Let's move on. There's so much today. We're not gonna be going through stocks, equities, equities, commodities, whatever, because there's too much going on the, in the altcoin market. Too much. So we're just gonna go through many altcoins today, okay? All right, let's start with Phantom. This one, I had a long position, paper trade setup. Let me just bring it forward. Hold on. This is what's tricky. This is why you need to be flexible sometimes. I don't know which one it is. Is it this one? I think it's this one. So guys, this was the setup that I had when we broke below this level. I told you guys, okay, we're coming down to these levels eventually, of course, because we broke this, resistance. Now, one could have stayed. It depends on how flexible you are as a trader, right? One could have stayed in, but me, my own strategy, if I bought around these levels, I'd rather, get out and buy even cheaper, and get some more out of it, right? I mean, why not? Plus, I'd rather, get in when I'm a bit more confident that this is not gonna be a breakout. Now, guys, Phantom, before I start on the daily, that is looking so awesome. Before I get into that, let's have a look at the weekly first, right? Weekly candle closed with, well, some sort of a, a combination of a high wave candle plus a doji. You can't call it a hammer because of the wick, and you can't call it this or that. So it's a combination of those two, okay? We have this negative momentum on the oscillators. MACD is still, bearish. Okay, weekly is not looking the best, but, okay. The daily time frame, guys. On the daily time frame, I don't know how to explain to you how good it's looking. We have a pattern on, the Easterns telling us something that could favor the bulls. Okay, this is some sort of a morning star, some sort. Now, Patreons, you'll be learning about this kind of stuff a lot later on, okay? But some sort. It's not a classic one, but some sort, okay? We have this positive divergence, positive momentum that is developing on the histogram, which is good, okay? We have our little first sign of a bullish crossover on the MACD, which is also good, okay? So weekly, I don't know, but daily, if we can get above this level, guys, hold on, let me move this one, right? If we can get above this level, you see this red dashed line right here, around 0.36 to, let's say, 0.37-ish. Then there is not much holding us until 0.4. Next resistance, not much holding us until these levels, literally, okay? Around 0.45, 0.44. So, old resistance flipped to support, number one. We have another, another pattern telling us, we could see a reversal coming. On top of that, daily candle closed the bullish engulfing candle. Nice, right? On top of that, we have this MACD bullish crossover. We have the positive momentum on the histogram. What is not nice is this. RSI, okay? RSI is still below neutral. But looking at things, you got positive divergence on the RSI, guys. Okay, you got positive divergence on the RSI plus this. So if we see a move like this, I'm telling you guys, if we see a move like this, like 18% up, 15% up, I wouldn't be that shocked. And this is Phantom, okay? But if we break below this level, guys, then we could go lower. All right, that's it. Let's move on. Okay, we gotta bring forward Lena, guys. We got to bring forward Lena. I posted about Lena, as you guys know, on Twitter the 24th of May. Since then, guys, I think it's one of those few assets in the crypto market that has been doing this good. I mean, this good, okay? So since then, it's craziness. It's up 59, like it's been up 59%. 9%. And I've been updating you, like every time I saw something important, I posted it on Twitter, right? We were at support, we had this symmetrical triangle, we broke down, and then we held support, and then this old supply line flipped to demand line, okay, which we need. And then what happened after we broke this resistance? Up. And how do you know how resistance is actually, true resistance? when you're at resistance and you get a bit above the resistance, and then you see price holding at that level, and it starts, it flips from support to resistance, then you realize, okay, this is being respected. Same thing here. We had resistance flipped to support. Resistance flipped to support. Same thing here. Resistance flipped to support. Look, we continued higher. Now it's a bit different, guys. Okay, since we've broken all the resistance on the shorter time frames, we are all the way up at that daily resistance, and we almost tapped that R2 resistance. Almost, not quite, but almost. Okay, now daily still got room to go. Believe it or not, it doesn't look like it's done for Lena yet. It just doesn't. We are not overbought yet. Okay, like everything, oscillator still positive. Let's have a look at the weekly. Weekly RSI is in good territories. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Volume, not the best, but at least it's not a pathetic one, so there is some volume as well, right? So weekly looking good. Daily doesn't look like it's done yet. Shorter time frames is a different thing, right? Because we are overbought in many, like we've seen Bitcoin, we've seen Ethereum. Most of them seem a bit overbought at the moment, so if we see any correction, like I wouldn't be that surprised. Besides, we are at some sort of a resistance level on Lena, same thing on Bitcoin, same thing on Ethereum, same thing soon on Phantom. So you guys can weigh it, just mix it up together and come to a decision based on that. All right, let's move on. So that was Lena. Like, there's nothing to add on Lena. Look, as long as I can leave you guys with this. As long as we are above this level, we are fine, okay? Lena is fine. If we get below this level, like any close below this area, we could pull back all the way to these levels, okay? Simple. Now let's move on to the next one. Gotta take notes of what we're looking at, so I do not repeat it again. Hold on. And hydrate, guys, hydrate. Get some aqua, get some water, get some tea or something. All right, let's continue. Next, Dogecoin, Doge people, Dogecoin. Let's have a look. Oh my god, like the daily time frames so far, doesn't matter what we've been looking at so far, they look like they're about to have a good time, guys. Daily time frames are like shocking me. Wow. Weekly. Okay. Guys, do you see what's going on the weekly? We got this hammer. Awesome. And we have some positive divergence. It's been a while, guys. So we have some positive divergence, developing on Dogecoin. We ended up closing the weekly candle close with a hammer on top of that. Okay, like, guys, yeah, it's negative momentum on the histogram. I see, I know. MACD is still bearish. I can see that too, guys. But it's mixed. It's mixed signals at the moment. So I'd love it better if everything is going together, like Easterns, Westerns, whatever it is, trend lines, everything is just, lining up. then I'd be a bit more confident. But when it comes to the weekly, that is, but on the daily, it's looking a tad better, guys, okay? This is not that bad. So resistance, next resistance is, I guess, around these levels. Hold on. Dodge USDT. So first resistance around 0.076 to 0.077-ish. Then next one is all the way around 0.08 to 0.084-ish, guys, okay? I can just mark it so I can remember it for next time. Hold on. First resistance right here, and this is daily, okay? Yeah, it seems close, but it's there for a reason, and I bet 4 hourly matches it up, matches together with it. Yep, it does. Okay, but mainly daily, okay? Mainly daily, because any close above this level, it pushes higher. Well, most likely that it pushes higher. So we got R1. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly. Like support, you already know. I don't have to discuss it, I think. Major one around these levels. And then on the 4 hourly, you got your first support right here. Let me show you. Here's your first 4 hourly support, guys. This is what I see. Yeah, if this breaks, yeah, that major support should be a stronger one, right? Right, let's move on. Okay, so that's Dogecoin. Let's move on. We're gonna just do a summary of what's going on, like TA wise of different altcoins. Otherwise, I'm gonna be here forever. So we're done with Dogecoin as well. You just gotta see, is this one still alive? Like, okay, guys. Okay, this is interesting. I can't believe I'm seeing this on Hex, because in my mind it should have been dead by now, but it's still here. Okay, but Hex weekly candle close is trying to say something. I don't know what, but on top of that, I'm seeing other signs that are telling us that bears could be a bit exhausted, which is super strange. Guys, do not be shocked if this one, starts going up. Do not ask me why. I'm just giving you my unbiased TA. You already know I'm not a big fan of Hex, but TA-wise, I think it's gonna be shocking some people again. Looks like it, at least. So gonna leave you with that, and we'll get back to it and see what happens, if TA has been respected or not, because I'm seeing signs. I mean, let me just say this, okay? You see this volume? You guys notice this volume? And then notice the candle. Doesn't it make you wonder, if this is sell pressure, why is it not showing here? If that doesn't make you think, guys, you're kind of missing a hint, okay? Now I've given you a hint. If this is sell pressure, then why is the candle looking like this? If any of you have any answers, let me know in the comment section, okay? And we can, discuss this at the end of the stream or somewhere later on. Now let's move on to the next altcoin. These kind of questions are good because these kind of questions make you think, guys. They make you think. And it's important for you to think if you want to win. You gotta be what do you call it? You gotta have strategies. You gotta, think of different scenarios. You gotta weigh in every indicator you can use, like you are good in using. Just look at everything, right? Okay, let's move on. Okay, stacks, ladies and gents, stacks. I almost, I don't know. It's a pity. So many people are probably missing out on so many things, waiting till Bitcoin goes down to 25K and waiting for altcoins to drop and whatnot. And altcoins are busy doing the complete opposite. So guess what happened with stacks, guys? I'm not gonna get into the weekly that much, but let me leave you with this. Peers are showing signs of exhaustion a little bit, but nothing on the oscillators. Everything looking at the oscillators, it's pretty much bad for the bulls still on the weekly, okay? So keep that in mind. Weekly is not looking the best. Guys, the daily time frame is a completely different story, okay? So I'm not saying, hey, this is gonna be a long-term thing, but as traders, our job is to find opportunities, right? Find them, analyze them, and then decide whether it's worth the risk to reward ratio or not, right? So if one saw this chart, me looking at this chart, I see that old supply has been broken. Supply line is broken. We broke out of it with a nice, candle. Can't call it a bullish engulfing candle, but a nice candle, right? Some people call it a bullish engulfing candle. It's fine, but for me, it's really not. For me, a bullish engulfing candle is something like this. Okay, so this, yeah, it's a nice candle. We have this bullish MACD crossover. We have this bullish momentum on the oscillators. I do not like the fact, look, it's very important for stacks to hold above this level, and then this resistance right here that we have around 0.678-ish, somewhere around that level, 0.68, needs to be broken. If we can see stacks break above this level, not much holding us until next around 0.75-ish, somewhere around that level, and then next area is all the way at these levels, guys. 0.8 something, and then we'll take it from there. But you get the idea. Things are looking good. But another thing for stacks, very important, there is some negative divergence that is developing, okay? So it is super important for stacks to close above this level for that negative divergence to become invalid, okay? Because if that doesn't happen, we could see stacks, come back to these levels, and that's fine. That's fine. What I do not want is stacks to get back, within this old supply line, okay? If it comes back down, and it retests old supply line as, you know, as a new demand line, it's fine. That's okay. That's good. Otherwise, yeah, then I just, you know, wait till I get other confirmations. So daily is looking fine. 4 hourly is also looking okay-ish, really. I do not like that negative divergence all over the place. We need to close above this level. It's a must. At this point, it's a must. If we can do that, possibilities become higher that we push a bit higher, okay? Besides, we are in overboughtish territories when it comes to stacks, so bear in mind, right? Yeah, that's stacks. Now let's move on. BNB, right, BNB. Gotta have a look at this one. I have to have a look at this one. Like, support has held like a king. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're back, guys. BNB. We're back within the channel. Looking at the weekly, we're back within the channel. It's crazy. On top of that, wow, there is, well, it's not the best positive divergence, but only on one of the oscillators, fine, but there is some type of positive divergence trying to build. Like, it's developing, but it's not really that strong yet, okay? We gotta give it time, of course. What I like is we're back within the channel for BNB. We broke, like, look guys, if we are above this level, we are gonna be breaking above that first resistance, okay? Look at this, first 4 hourly resistance, which leads to next resistance, okay? Daily time frame oscillators are looking positive. MACD is bullish. Histogram, RSI is above neutral, and so on and so forth. So not looking bad at the moment. Not looking bad. Next resistance, guys, if we manage to close a 4 hourly candle above this area, is that daily resistance, that first one, okay? After that, yeah, 340-ish, 340-ish dollars. Not that strange if we can see a close above this level, right? Because yeah, this got room. Like, coming to these levels wouldn't be that strange if that happens. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. BNB is done as well. And guys, what was it we had a look at before BNB now? Just a moment ago. Right, stacks. Stacks. It was stacks. Yeah, thank you, Ralph. Okay, we're done. So far, we've done Bitcoin, Phantom, Ethereum, Lena, Dodge, BNB, and stacks. Awesome. Let's move on. Pancake swap. Oh, this is looking like it's in trouble, guys. Weekly, no signs, like not one good sign on the weekly time frame. Simple. I'm just gonna leave it there. Not one positive sign on the weekly time frame, okay? Hold on, let me just have a look at, yeah, not one. Daily is a bit better, but if you see a rejection around 1.8, which is not far away, it's a weak move. But if it breaks above that level, we could see $2. Not that much of a difference, but $2 at least, it's like 18%. But that is if we break. So counting from this level to this one, it's around 12%, something like that. But I don't know, weekly looks so bad. Like there are better, I think there are better assets. I think we've seen better assets out there. So I don't know, this one is a tricky one, right? Hold on. Just gonna have a look at the short-term moving averages as well, since I don't have any moving averages on this chart. Yeah, we could go up a little bit, but we'll see what happens around 1.8. We'll see what happens around 1.8. Okay, let's move on. Chat, like I'm seeing the likes. I mean, thank you all. Like, much love to all of you. 9 likes on a live stream. You gotta understand, like, this doesn't happen every day. So for me, it's a hype mode, and I usually don't hype a lot, right? So this is hype mode for me. So thank you guys, I appreciate it. Much love, much love. This is the way to support the stream, like one of the ways, and I'm glad that like button is working. That's good. All right, let's move on now. What's going on? Is Bitcoin facing some type of a pullback? Oh, and we are not surprised. Strikers are not surprised, because we spoke about this, scenario being a possibility, right? All right, let's move on. There's Polkadot, there's Uniswap, like there's so much that we can have a look at. Okay, Polkadot, nice move, bounced off support. Like we were inside this box range. I think I spoke about this a few days ago. Now we have broken above this, box range, but problem is we are at critical levels. So we need to see this resistance break, okay, to the upside, for us to see 5.8-ish, $6, somewhere around these levels, right? And then next resistance is all the way around $7 almost, okay? But we'll have to take it step by step. There is no negative divergence on the daily time frame. Weekly, guys, even though oscillators look like crap pretty much, except for the MACD. This is a weak strong momentum, but it could flip, but RSI is also weak. There could be a good chance, even though it's not the best looking chart for the bulls on the weekly. Daily says otherwise, okay? So if we can see a close above this level, guys, it could be a good time for Polkadot, right? And any close below this level, guys, it could be a bad time for Polkadot. It means we could, pull all the way to these levels, right? Now let's see, if we just fib it, let's fib it. Yeah, you see, I got trouble seeing it get above this level because the weekly is a bit But anyways, on the daily, I wouldn't be that surprised if we come to these levels. But the golden fib is all the way around 6.3-ish, something like that, right? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. That's Polkadot. We're done with Polkadot as well. And before I finish, by the way, positive divergence on Polkadot, which is very good for the bulls. So keep that in mind, okay? It's already developed and it's playing out. So this is valid at the moment, okay? So keep that in mind. I just like it a bit better than, for example, Cake. So this looks a bit better than Cake's chart, okay? Pancake swap, that is. All right, let's move on now. How did I end up here? All right, we were talking about the DXY the other day, and what do we say? We're close to the resistance, and if this, starts, rolling over, something else is gonna start, curling up instead, and it doesn't always happen, okay? History doesn't necessarily always repeats itself. Not always, but we spoke about this scenario being a possibility, and keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open, guys. It's good to monitor what's going on. Now, I barely look at the DXY because when I look at a chart, I want to just concentrate on that chart, focus on that chart. But I know a lot of people, weigh in what the DXY is doing as well. So, hence, we're looking at it. But sometimes I feel like, from my experience, I feel like if you're looking at the Bitcoin chart, then forget about the DXY, forget about that, and just focus on the Bitcoin chart. But I have my own way. It could be, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't really hurt if one takes a look at the DXY. I mean, that's fine too. It's okay. All right, let's have a look at Mask. This was one of those that I told you guys about before the break happened. I know, Ralph, you were watching the stream when I spoke about this one. And since then, we are up 18%. Yeah. I told you guys, any close above this level, okay? Could push price higher. It happened fast though. It happened real fast. One could have seen the hourly time frame, and seen that, okay, we actually had a close, and not only a close but a follow through after a breakout from resistance, right? So this was no fake out. It was looking good. Besides, weekly was telling us things, right? And not weekly, excuse me, daily was telling us things. Weekly was telling us things as well, because I told you guys about that positive divergence that was showing on the weekly time frame. Besides, we are holding this, support. I don't know if it's necessary that I draw a trend line, because I think you strikers get the point now. But for those of you who are new and watching the show for the first time, let me show you what I mean. This. So we were holding support, like we never broke down, okay? We had a downtrend, we got some strength coming, like bulls, showed up, and they were like, hey, we're still here, like, do not forget about us, right? So we got this hammer, nice candle, and so on and so forth, and support held. So shortly, weekly was looking awesome, daily is looking awesome. So what do we need from Mask for this to continue? We need a close above $5.05. A close above $5.05 would mean we could go a bit higher to at least 5.7-ish. $6 wouldn't be that surprising, and that's only first resistance on the daily. After that, guys, we could go all the way as high as 6.8 to 7.3, okay? And I didn't draw last time because I told you guys I just want to do the TA fast so we can move on to the next one. Just remember, maybe I should draw it, okay? Because some of you are probably going to forget. So I'm just going to draw it for you guys. Hold on. Like, life is not only about trading, so I can imagine, some would forget it the day after. Hold on. So on the 4-hourly time frame is first resistance. We are already there. second one. Hold on. That's the first, right? And second resistance for mask is right here. This is for hourly, that's why it's a bit close, to each other. So second for hourly resistance. Hold on. Here should actually have this. There you go. So your second for hourly resistance around these levels, okay? And then the third one is all the way around 5.8-ish, 6-ish, the others a bit higher, okay? Around these levels. Excuse me, this is the daily. Hold on. 24 hourly. Yeah, next one is around this 5.8-ish to $6, okay? Next. After that, on the daily, like if we manage to get above this level right here, 5.7-ish dollars, any daily candle close above that level, guys, probabilities become higher that we see these levels that I spoke about, okay? 6.8-ish to 7.3, something like that, okay? So that's mask. Now, oscillators positive on the daily. We have MACD that is also looking bullish. RSI is above neutral, okay? Not in bullish territories, but definitely above neutral. Problem is, I'm seeing hints of there are signs that a negative divergence could build if it fails to close above $4.75. I think it's better if we're conservative right now. So let's say 4.7 $4.8, okay? So we need to see a close above $4.8 for that negative divergence that is kind of developing at the moment to become invalid and neglected, right? So this can just, continue a bit more to the upside, right? So that's mask. Awesome. Oh, by the way, those of you wondering, what happens? Where do you think support is in case, things roll over? On the 4 hourly, support is very, very close. So your first support is right around these levels. Well, not your support, but the first support that I see is around these levels. Hold on. It's tight, it's close, it's very close. It's very close to this level, okay? We got your first one there, but any close below this area, we could, pull back a bit more. But this is your first support on the 4 hourly. And yeah, maybe one could think, but it's so tight. You remember what Bitcoin did? This support was right, below this critical level. It doesn't matter, tight or not. If it's gonna hold, it's gonna hold. Simple as that, right? So S1 for hourly right here. Awesomeness. Cool. Right, let's see. Let's see what else now. What else? All right, we've done fake, and we've also done polka dot, and we've done mask. Okay, so far we've had a look at Bitcoin, Phantom, Ethereum, Lena, Dogecoin, BNB coin, stacks, pancake swap, not pancakes, pancake swap, polka dot, and mask. Awesomeness. And we've been live for not bad, an hour. And already had a look at more than 10 assets so far. That's not bad. Yeah, right, I forgot. We also had a look at Hex. Hex coin. Okay. Let's see what's up here. Bitcoin correction, correction is due, I guess. It's just waiting around the corner at this point, okay? Bitcoin bulls, you best support this level. You best support this level, okay? On the hourly, guys, the last time Bitcoin was this overbought, like almost this overbought, it was on the 26th of April. It's been a while, right? So, dear bullas, if you're listening, do hold this support, like defend it with your souls, okay? With everything you got. Because if that doesn't happen, we might actually come back to these levels again, okay? But yeah, short correction is due, guys. Like, I'm only gonna change my mind on, if we see a close above 28.6. But until then, short-term correction seems like wants to come in and play, right? So today we haven't had a look at Cardano yet. Okay, all right, we're gonna have a look at Cardano. Had a look at Phantom, yes. Okay, we're gonna have a look at Cardano next. Aptos as well. It's been a while, a long time, so why not Aptos as well? We're gonna do an update on AVAX because I spoke about AVAX, I think, I don't know, maybe yesterday or before yesterday. So next in line is Cardano, Aptos, and AVAX. The ace, right? We're gonna just gonna have a sip of aqua and we can move on. Chat, how you feeling? Are you loving this this day? Like, all good? Loving the stream? Hyped? I hope you guys are feeling hyped because looking at Bitcoin, if this candle does not hype you up, okay, it's one of two things: either wrecked, either you don't care. I don't know, but one of those two. Okay, this is what I'm thinking at least. And I do hope it's not wrecked. I do hope it is that you don't care that much. Rather that than hearing people getting wrecked. All right, let's move on. Cardano. Ladies and gentlemen, Cardano has broken above resistance back within the channel held at support, and Yeah, it wasn't looking that good, I think, before yesterday when I had a look at it. And it did go down, it did go down after that, after, me saying that. I don't know, I just do not feel that confident yet. Thing is, after it went down, this support, this support level that we had, it literally came and touched, if I just stretch it out, it came and touched the top of the box, okay? And then it decided to just turn on everybody who was thinking beer flag. It broke down. I'm too short. And then you find them in Wrecked City, right? So broke out of that 4-hourly resistance. Guess what? We're heading towards that R1 4-hourly daily time frame, right? MACD is bullish. Oscillators are looking fine. Weekly, oh my god, weekly. Look at this candle, guys. Just nice. It's a nice bullish looking candle. Simple. MACD is bullish, oscillators positive, not the strongest but positive. RSI, not much to say there. Okay, it's existing, but not much to say. It's still below neutral. Let's go back to the daily since it's looking much better there. Okay, right? Daily's looking good. Next resistance is around these levels. Okay, and after that, if you can see any close above this level, next resistance is all the way around these areas. Simple as that. Dinner, welcome back. Hope you had your cup of coffee now. Alert and awake, wakey. So, any daily candle close above this level, we'll see it around these levels eventually. So, well, at least probabilities are higher that happens. Okay, so keep that in mind. Awesome. I'm just loving. I was actually arguing with like I don't even know the person that well, but he's a friend of a friend anyways, and we started getting into this Cardano discussion, and he was like, yeah, he was talking about, let me just see what he meant, hold on, because that was just I understand why he thought so, but he was talking about 30% down based on this bear flag. And I was arguing with him and going like, yeah, but just because it's a bear flag, and I just feel like calling him right now and going like, this is what I was talking about, this is what I meant. It doesn't, like, just because we see a bear flag or a bull flag, it doesn't always mean they're gonna be respected. Sometimes you gotta weigh like a lot of things in, not just look at one flag and go like, okay, that's it, it's over, like I'm packing my bags and leaving the city, that's it. It doesn't work that way. Gotta take it easy, because it is tricky. Looking at this, of course, I'd also be a bit like confused, but then when you see support is being held and then it gets back within the channel, you gotta give it up. There's this guy, what's his name? El Capo on Twitter. Do you guys know who I mean? El Capo. I can't. I think it's El Capo or something. Are you guys familiar? Like, do you guys know who I'm referring to? If I'm not mistaken, it's El Capo. Anyways, that guy. Like, this is no joke. He's probably like, some nice guy, just trying to make ends meet and so on. But problem is, let me just try to find him, because I'm not sure what his name is, because I do not follow him either. El Capo, something like that. Hold on, I'm about to show you some things. Hold on. so typical when you're trying to find something, then suddenly you can't find it, as usual. Oh, I found him. Okay, awesome. Now, before I, talk about this analyst, let me tell you something, I'm not bashing anybody because this guy could be a very kind guy. He's just, predicting, and everybody predicts. Everybody predicts, and they're free to predict, right? It's just that what's funny is he's so stuck. He's so stuck in what he believes in, and this is how you can get wrecked sometimes. Sometimes you have to just accept what's going on, guys, right? Look at this. This is sad. Like it actually, I actually feel a bit, bad for the guy, because it could be a very nice guy, kind guy, but then he's so stubborn. So he's hurting himself in that way, right? This is on the 27th of March. He's been short, even though the trend started, going the other way, okay, to the upside. So on the 27th of March, he posted this, adding to my shorts. And then he kept on implying that this is not a real rally. This is gonna turn where there's smoke, there's fire, where there's a lot of smoke, and so on and so forth. Just giving us his thoughts. And then here, this is recently, 11th of April. He was like, congratulations to the bulls that were respectful and were calling for 30K. My bearish scenario is not invalidated yet. And I'm like, bro, where's the point in time where you go like, okay, I'm actually wrong. It's okay. Like, we are wrong sometimes. Like, we're just human, right? And then like this, he's been short since January. I've been literally talking about longs since December, the end of December. Those of you watching, you know about that. And it's sad because 764,000 followers. That's why everybody, even you guys watching, should always do your own research. Do not follow me or anybody blindly. Do your research like I do. If I analyze, go and, analyze it one more time. Like, it's for your own sake. It's for your own sake, right? So I feel sorry for the dude. Like, it's not only that he was wrecked and then was adding to his shorts on top of that. I mean, come on. At some point you have to admit if you should just give it up, right? That stories. Sinner. Twitter, yeah. CT is crap. Yeah. There are a lot of, smart people, good people, as well on sweet CT. Not everybody is crap. It's about finding those gems, right? It's about finding those gems. Yeah, so much ego. Yeah, I don't know if it's, a lot of ego maybe, but I don't know if it's ego or he believes in his short so bad. I mean, so bad. Maybe that's what it could be, ego, or it could be just an innocent, prediction. Really just, his own predictions. And if anyone, he's the one who's getting hurt by being so stubborn. Like, it's sad. So it's good to be flexible, guys. I always tell you guys, be flexible and always do your own research. Doesn't matter. A lot of people, thank you for all the love, and all the kind words, because it makes me feel warm. At the same time, I do get a bit worried because I don't want anybody to follow me blindly. I want everybody to do their own research at the end of the day. Where did he short? I don't know. I'm guessing maybe, I don't know, Binance, KuCoin. But I'm guessing Binance though, but I'm not so sure. I don't know about that, Sinner, but I'm guessing Binance since it's the biggest exchange and whatnot. So he's underwater, Mr. El Capo or Capo of crypto. He's definitely underwater. You mean the price? Well, we can find that out together because I have no idea. Well, you can just imagine. He opened his short on, still short and strong. So he was still short and strong on 17th of January, right? And then he added to his shorts on, because I don't know how, he added to his shorts on 27th of March. Okay, so let's just, follow the date and see what's going on. 27th of March. 27th of March. Let's start with that one. 27th of March. Oh my god, did he short just before the pump? Okay, not quite. Not quite. But kinda. Okay, look. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is exactly what I've been trying to teach you guys today. Okay? Even in the video that I removed, because I just felt like people didn't appreciate it enough, right? So he's short at this level, and I can't say I'm 100% sure, but I'm like 80% sure that he did that because he thought support is about to break. He didn't wait for any confirmation first. He didn't see that support, turned into rejection maybe. I don't know, but these are the things we need to think about. Like, you get me, guys? Get me? So yeah, wrecked sinner. Yeah, wrecked city. Lost a move of $4,200 to the upside, okay? And then again, if you've been short since January, like, I don't know if that's what he means with this post, but if that's the case, guys, January, what was the date now? He said he went short, or he's still short and long, sorry, still short and strong on the 17th of January, right? 17th of January. This is when I was talking about things are about to flip to the upside. Well, actually I was talking about it around Christmas time already, but anyways, 17th of January. Oh my god. Again, I'm 80% sure he did the same mistake here, just like he did here. Oh, we might break down because, showing red candle and so on, but problem is what happened? Support held. And it fired back on the people who went short again. Like, this was crazy. Like, I don't know why, because on the weekly especially, like, there was nothing telling you to go short. I mean, I'm actually surprised. Because I'm imagining if you have 700k followers, you must have done something right at some point, right? I mean, that's shorting 20k, right? I mean, that's crazy. Madness. And this is when I was like hyping the chat and whatnot. Let's just, do you guys remember? This is not so long ago. Wow. Well, I wasn't hyping the chat, but I was talking about like the market is about to see a nice relief rally 5 months ago, 6 months ago, and I think this was in December, January sometime. Hold on. Shorts or this. Okay, guys, notice, where is it? I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of those videos. Hold on. And can I not see from which day this is? Description. Apparently not here. Okay, yeah, all right. 20th of December, 2022. Do you guys notice? 20th of December, okay? Now, let's just listen. Let's just listen and see what I said then.
So, we got some new development on Bitcoin, so I decided to make a short video about it. We have this 4-hourly, bullish engulfing candle, as you guys can see there, with some volume coming in, and oscillators just, turned to positive momentum, okay? On the hourly, we need to close above this level right here, 16,865, so we can eventually see these levels. And this red line is important to be closed above on a 4-hourly candle as well, okay? Eventually, if we can break above $17,036, see an hourly candle close above it, or 4-hourly candle close above it, we can come, to these levels around 17,350.
And this is just a short video, guys, okay? Let me pause. This was a short video. Then we have another one. This was the last one that I made because I was like, hold on.
My last live stream on the 30th of December 2022, I did tell you guys, like you're gonna see in this clip, that things were looking nice for many altcoins, even Solana. And since then, if you've seen the charts today, you know that most altcoins and Bitcoin and Ethereum are looking green. So here's the short clip just to remind you of what I said.
Like I have to highlight one thing. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, even Solana. Now, all these, except Zen, all these kind of show that the bulls are fighting back on the daily. Just keep this in mind, okay? Keep this in mind.
So guys, if you want more of these contents, do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit that bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.
This was on the 2nd of January, so
this is
I warned, well, so, not warned, I did tell you guys that this could be happening before it even happened. And some people apparently were just planning on, visiting wrecked city. So 700k bots, well, it might be, or he actually, at some point was a good analyst, because you never know, it could be different reasons. Dana Pro, you guys are the best. Thank you, Sinner. So yeah, we spoke about this, happening before it happened, so we're good. We are good. Let me turn the music back on. Okay, awesomeness. Imagine I'm going through all this and giving all this out, and people had the nerves. A lot of people actually disliked that video. Can you imagine? And it's okay, you can dislike it, guys, and so on. I would have loved some discussions on why you do not agree with me, or just let me know, because we can brainstorm and so on and so forth, you see. But a lot of people did not like that video, and I was like shook. I was in shock. I was like, wow, okay, like, yeah. Then my friends were like, haters gonna be haters and so on, you can't think about these kind of stuff. But I was like, okay, whatever. By the way, nice shirt. Thank you, Ralph. Thank you. Like, yeah, it's yeah, we had to put the CS logo there since I'm wearing one myself, so why not, right? So thank you, Ralph. Thank you for noticing that. Like, I didn't think like guys would notice it. I was hoping you would, but I'm glad. All right, guys. Request time. One request each. Go ahead if you have any, and if you don't have any, I'm gonna move on with the next coin, which is Aptos, and then we're gonna also have a look at AVAX. Sorry. So, request open. Go ahead if you have any. You got a few minutes to let me know. Pepe, bisquete. Are we going back to that, Sinner? Okay, let's have a look at Pepe. Why not? All right, Pepe. What you doing, Pepe? I gotta scroll, like zoom out so I can see the MACD. And I lost it. What the? Wasn't it just here? Wow. So it needs this much scrolling? What's going on? Problem solved. Okay. So a Pepe coin. Positive momentum on the by the way, Sinner, which time frame? Because otherwise I can talk about this forever. Which time frame would you like me to have a look at? For hourly or daily? I'm guessing not weekly, but I'm guessing the 4 hourly. So yeah, gonna have a look at the 4 hourly. So good news. Whatever. Okay, then I'm gonna choose the 4 hourly. Cool. Good news is oscillators are positive, guys. That is awesome. Okay, there is no negative divergence at the at the moment. No negative divergence. None at all. Problem is we are at resistance. Looking at this level, I have to look at the daily. I know I can't do much with the oscillators, but there could be something else. Okay, guys, there is something. There are signs that the bears are a bit exhausted, okay, when it comes to Pepe. On top of that, we are at support, which is also another good thing, okay? So this is the daily. Weekly, I shouldn't even bother maybe. Or prior weekly candle close in some sort of a doji, so we got some indecision there. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly now. Okay, 4 hourly. I'm gonna like it better. You see this old support that we had here around these levels, right? It's actually acting as a resistance at this moment. On top of that, let's look at this. By the way, for those of you who thought that this was head and shoulder, let me just, before I move on, this is educational, okay? For those of you who were calling this a head and shoulder, may the universe forgive you. This is more of a head and shoulder, okay? This, all right? This, with an actual breakdown, right? With an actual neckline, shoulder, head, and shoulder, okay? Like, where the hell is... Whatever. Anyways, Pepe coin. I just wanted to leave you guys because these things just get to me, just irritate me, but... Pepe coin, are we building some type of a bear flag? Hopefully not, otherwise Pepe people are gonna get hurt. Yeah, unfortunately it is some type of bear flag. I did not want to say this, but it is some type of bear flag, guys. Alright, so there's no negative divergence on the RSI, at least, on one of the oscillators, but on the other one, there is signs of a negative divergence. It's only gonna become invalid if we see Pepe coin close above 161. I'm not gonna call out all the zeros, but 161, okay? Any close above this level, be at the next resistance, which is around 169 to 180-ish, okay? But there is some... We could come all the way here, guys, but then there is resistance. There's a lot of resistance ahead, okay, for Pepe coin. Daily though, I'm starting to see signs that the bears are getting exhausted, okay? I'm not saying they're completely exhausted, but I'm starting to see signs. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, one of two things. If I was to trade this one, I'd wait for something like this maybe. If I wanted to short, for example, I'd wait for something like this, you know, rejection and then wait, rejection and then I know, or to the upside. Let's say we break, we come and then we break above this channel, and then we actually, you know, find some support here, and then it's another situation. So there is a difference on how to trade this depending on which side shows strength between the bulls and the bears. All right? I mean, there are thousands and thousands of strategies out there. I'm just telling you of one of the strategies, okay, that one can use maybe, right? Right, done with Peppercoin. So in short, here's your resistance. I still can't believe Peppercoin is on Binance. It's crazy, just crazy. Okay, resistance for hourly time frame. There you go. Here's your first resistance. Awesome. Second resistance. This one. Move it now. There you go. Second resistance on the 4-hourly time frame around that level. You can have a look. We can, you know, fib it. Why not? Let's fib it and see what the fib is telling us. Yeah, right by that, you know, 50. Okay. And that 4-hourly resistance, you know, before that heavy one, you know, the past one is right by that golden fib. Problem is, I don't think it's looking that strong yet. Hence, let's see what happens when it gets to these levels. If bulls are actually strong, if it gets to these levels, or if it's just coming here to get rejected at resistance, right? Okay. And when it comes to support, well, obviously support around these levels, and if this is broken all the way around these areas, okay? And if that's broken, I already gave you something like I did with Zen before it moved all the way down and just dropped. These are the levels I'm looking at. 120 to 112, okay? Yeah, that's Pepe. I hope that answered your question, listener. All right, do we have any more requests? Otherwise, I will move on with the AVAX and what was the other one? Aptos, right. Aptos and AVAX next. Got a minute or two, guys. If none, moving on to Aptos. Gonna sip my water, enjoy the music. Okay, then let's move on to Aptos. Awesome. Aptos. Aptos. Oh my god, this was one of them. Like, this was the trade of trades a few months ago. How many of you remember when we called this one when it was around these levels and 125? I should probably make an NFT out of this one, because how many of you remember when we called this one out? I know Sinner used to watch then. I know Ralph used to watch then. 125% to the upside, guys. And then when it came to these levels, we also called the resistance. We called the resistance in time. In time. So, it was a nice ride, a nice dump, a nice everything. And now it's time to play it all over again, okay? Weekly can't do much. There is really not much to do there, but on the daily time frame, if we can see a close above this top, the top of this box, the best thing would be actually above 9.28, but if we can see a close above 8.73-ish dollars, 8.74-ish dollars, that could work, okay? That could work. So a 4-hourly candle close, daily even better, but a 4-hourly candle close above this area could work, which could help us push to at least 9.3-ish and so on, right? But major resistance for the daily is simply like this. Let me draw it for you, hold on. First resistance. Second resistance, daily time frame. Got it? R1 and on the daily. And R2. Also on the daily. Okay. You guys, maybe we should fib it, Maybe we should fib it and see if things match up with what we're talking about, right? Yeah, okay. Still around the 50, around that 50 area, right? So we will see. Not that far from that golden pocket. My box ends around 11.2, golden pocket around 11.5-ish, so not that far away, okay? Because I told you guys, I do not always agree with the fib. I just don't. Sometimes I have my own way of doing things, but it's good to have a look at it as well. Okay, so that was Aptos. We're done with Aptos. Cool. You already know about the support levels. This is support, any close below this area. Literally, this is the next support, okay? Now let's move on. AVAX. I was talking about AVAX for yesterday or something. We drew this live. We actually got our close above this level. What happened? We went up and then we came back down. Look, resistance flipped to support. It held, and then we continued up. Now, oh, that was not supposed to happen. Now, we are at that hourly resistance. Excuse me. We already, are at that 4-hourly resistance, and second 4-hourly resistance is right here, guys. Right here, okay? So we are close. We haven't tapped it yet, but we've definitely touched that first one. Look, first one is touched, okay? So waiting for the second one to get hit. After that happens, we need to hold this old resistance, if it could act as if it could flip to support, it would be best. Because after that, this is a little resistance that we have. Any break above this on the 4-hourly time frame, not even the daily, is gonna help price come to these levels. Okay, like probabilities are gonna become higher that we come up to these areas. Okay, we don't have any negative divergence on the 4-hourly, or do we? Yeah, we do. We got some negative divergence on the 4-hourly. So it's important that we talk about support as well. Immediately. Remove this. Turn it into support. Here's your support area on the 4-hourly time frame. Let's see now. S1. Okay, cool. So this support, it's best that it holds. If not, well, the major one is not far away. But you guys get what I mean, because a correction is due. We are at resistance, okay? But any daily candle close above this area, we're just most likely it's continuous up. Like major one is all the way around 17.5, that major resistance, okay? 17.5 to $18. But we got some obstacles ahead of us before that is reached, right? All right, so we're done with AVAX as well. I mean, since we spoke about it, it's been up a pathetic 5%. Okay, so barely anything, but yeah, there you go. Okay, this is strange. Is it me, or do you guys see all the likes disappear? Like I just had what, 9, and then you're just, you know, getting. What? Are you guys seeing this? Like this is weird. What is going on? Okay, this is weird. So what are people coming in and like disliking or taking back their likes? What is going on? Wow. It almost makes you feel like, you know, to just quit streaming. But seriously, what is going on? That is weird. That is very weird. It's just getting less and less. Guys, do you see? Wow. I should just, you know, be like El Capo. Just do the opposite of anything. Maybe then, you know, I'll be gaining 100k followers and likes, and I don't know what. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I would never, ever be that stubborn. But that's just so very not motivating. Wow, I was about to curse, but I'm not. They say ladies don't curse. Why not curse here? Okay, anyways, whatever, guys. If you do not, you know, if you don't enjoy it, like nobody's forcing you to watch, like it's okay. Those who want to learn can continue to learn. So Bitcoin, guys, it's looking wishy-washy. I've give you the best details. Okay, now you decide what you want to do with that. But yeah, short-term correction, not so weird. Okay, not so weird. Keep that in mind, right? Good times for altcoins, including Ethereum. Just loving it a lot. All right, guys, we've been live for what? An hour and 50 minutes. I think we'll call it a day. it's good, right? We've done everything we need to do. Gone through most of the crypto assets, okay? So, friends, lovely people, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the the likes, even, you know, the haters out there. Like, keep it up. Thank you guys. Love you. Those that keep on always, you know, showing up every day. I know you got other things to do, you know, in the world. So much love to all of you. And as usual, smash that like, hit that bell, subscribe, and so on and so forth. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Good night.